Here we are, about to start our live chat with Ralf, Scheepers and PRIMAL Fear. Here we are. Sakis Fragos is here from Rockhard, Greece. We will do this interview. I have gathered some questions that you have sent. Is here with me now. On this, I think that Ralf will appear in the next 2 seconds. Hey Ralf, how are you? Full of guitars.
Yes. Guys, I was asking because I was wondering, because I was looking for you guys. I have 1 hour to do. I have 6 more to do this evening, so fine.
I will release you in 45 minutes.
Ah, okay.
And leave you. I've spoken about that. I have to leave for my radio show as well. So I told that 45 minutes is more than enough, and you will have a quarter of an hour to to lose yourself and get ready for the next interviews. But this will be something different. Don't know if you have done an interview and a live chat on Instagram. And
yes, I've done that before. So I've done it with Alex, actually, from the band. Especially now in Corona times, some people do it a lot, right?
Yeah, especially at this. I started doing this series of Instagram live chats during the quarantine, and it worked so well. So I told the guys, everybody, so why won't we do something like this as a norm? You know, it's fun. It's people doing their own questions and solving their questions, asking some very funny things most of the times, and then uploading it on YouTube. And here's a different kind of interview. So you have a new album that's going out. This is going to be released in a few weeks. I think it's on the 24th of July.
Exactly.
And it's called Metal Commando. So we'll do this interview mixed one. I'll do a few questions about the album so that we'll promote your new job, your new release. And then I have some questions that have already been done to me, and we will see what the people over here ask.
Okay, cool. So, I really hope that the connection stays, because I don't know about the services. Everybody is coming home, streaming, Netflix, you know. I don't know what's happening sometimes.
Okay. So I guess I think that everything is going all right. I already have the connection. I have 2 other people at home using the same connection, so I don't think I haven't faced any kind of problems.
Okay.
So who's the Metal Commando? Is it you, the Metal Commando? Your fans are the Metal Commandos? Is Arnold Schwarzenegger the Metal Commando?
Yeah, let's say it's the whole family, right? So Metal Commando is actually, it's a long time ago. Our crew said this at the beginning of the tours we did in the 90s already. Yeah, it was in the 90s. It was 98, 90, 99. The first tour we did that, the Swaben Metal Commando. It's a Swaben expression, but of course it's English. So in the end, we said it's about time to name an album like that. And I think it's perfect for this album, because it's really a compact thing what we deliver now, and it's a strong title, and we thought that's a good title for an album. Of course, it's us, but it's also the entire community of Primal Fear fans. So let's say it's a family Metal Commando.
No, a family of Metal Commandos, yeah. I wonder what is the eagle on the cover. I just saw the cover. I didn't see the whole package. Have you hidden the eagle somewhere in the booklet?
Surprise, surprise. You know, sometimes you have to do a little bit of changes. We thought this time the skull is a strong heavy metal expression as well, and the eagle with his wings is still in the background of the skull, and that's a big expression of power, which really fits to the entire theme again. So people were wondering, where's the eagle gone? So why not? I mean, you know, there's always people saying, you have been all the time this eagle, and now we don't have the eagle. Where's the eagle? Yeah, so you can't. First of all, you have to be happy with it, and I think the people are also happy seeing it. And because the entire package, I mean, look at the package. Nuclear Blast is doing such an amazing job in terms of packaging and the whole thing behind it. You have vinyl, you have digipack, you have the normal release, and you have the big LP with the entire pictures and the lyrics and everything. So this is just great this time again, and we're really happy to be back also in Nuclear Blast. I don't know if you have this question coming on, but we're still really
the next one
to be back in that team. You know, it's just great, and you can see what's going on in terms of marketing. It's a wonderful job.
So you have greetings from Patagonia, Argentina. You have fans from Argentina joining from the land of Patagonia.
Oh, that's
so
great.
I think you should start the album with a cover of Eagle Fly Free to say, where's the eagle? Eagle.
I think we have 5 writing musicians we don't need to cover anymore. Sometimes I'm covering stuff on my own just for my fun, but for Primal Fear, sometimes we cover a song if we think.
Yeah. It's your 13th album. I mean, you have more than 100 songs on your own. There's no need to cover. But it's kind of a symbolism. Where's the eagle from the cover? Eagle Fly Free. That's it.
So I got the joke.
So what made you decide to return to Nuclear Blast?
Well, you know, it's like in sports, it's like in politics. Sometimes you have to change a team, and then the work is going better. It's not something like only bad things happened with the team before, but sometimes it's a fresh wind, and that's what we did again now, because we thought it's about time to change something to somehow deliver us to the next level, which is happening now with Nuclear Blast. I mean, as I said before, look at the packages, look at the amazing work they do. And the second thing is they're only like 30 minutes. I look at this direction because there's the window. So if I drive that way, 30 kilometers, we're at Nuclear Blast. So you can always speak to the friends and to the people of Nuclear Blast, which is really a friendship. So that's really great. And there's no better working relationship nowadays. And it's just great, you know. We're really happy about the coming back.
Yeah, and you're back to some people that you've known for so many years. So it's like coming home to you. It's not something new or something you need to experiment on it and see. You know what to wait.
Exactly.
It's not that I think that Frontiers did a bad job for Primal Fear, but sometimes. But sometimes I think that it's kind of a return to the roots, and you sometimes need it. And
exactly. That's what I just.
As you mentioned, and connecting sports with music. When you mentioned when you connected the sports with music, I feel that some bands fit to a label just like some players fit to a team better. It's not that the team is bad. It's that I think that thing goes for you and Nuclear Blast. Can you tell me what's happening with your drummers? I mean, Michael Era is a very good drummer, and it's the new recruitment in the band. But it's the fifth drummer that you changed. You haven't changed so many members apart from drummers. What happens with them? Do you threaten them? You know, like...
Yes. They have to pay a lot of money to play for us. You know, I mean, hey, it's like in a relationship. Sometimes it just doesn't match, you know. And sometimes if you speak and if you always have a conversation about it, and you're mature enough, you can always sort things out. And if not, you can also be mature enough to separate ways. It's just very simple, without any bad blood, you know. We all love the ex-members and so forth, but, you know, if somebody is not happy anymore, we can't people, you know. So in the end, it was and Michael is a perfect match. You can hear it on the album, and also personal-wise, he's just amazing. And he did a phenomenal job in the studio, recording the album with Matt and Jacob in Denmark. Setting the rudimental stuff in the basements for everybody to work the next step on it, like bass and guitars and vocals and so forth. So it was really a good decision.
Yeah, you work with Jacob Hansen on for the production of the album together with Matt. How did you decide to work with a guy who has worked with mostly with different bands, with bands that play different kind of music than Primal Fear?
Listen, I mean, he's been working for us now for several albums, I think 4, and
Yeah.
we were really satisfied from the very first note he was ever mixing. The first album he was only mixing because we already recorded everything. So, and we thought, let's try, and fucking blew it away. It blew us away. So we thought if we next time record the drums, because it's a fantastic studio in Denmark, in Ribe, and it's a great drumming room, and you can record the drums very well there. And that's why the guys, Matt flew up there and Michael flew up there, and they did a fantastic job once again recording the drums. And then everything else was just recorded in single studios, like in the guitars were recorded in our for Fat Magnus at home in Denmark and Sweden, sorry, and Alex and Tom did it in the studio where in Kempten, the backyard studios from our live manager. He's doing the front of house for Primal Fear. He's also a studio, so they recorded there. I did my vocals here at home. Matt did his bass at home. That's how you sometimes work nowadays. But we know after so many years how we want to sound like. First, in terms of recording, we have our sounds, we have our settings. So there's no need to rent a studio for 3 weeks, which costs €2,000 a day. That would make no sense, and we have time to work, right? So, and I can only speak for myself. Whenever I feel I want to sing, I sing. If it's 9 a.m. in the morning, if it's 9 p.m. at night, I have the feeling I just switch on everything and sing, and that's the good thing. That's the advantage you have when you have your own little studio. Of course, we did not record everything together in the room, but we know, when you have the demo set, we know exactly what's going on, and that's also a thing of experience. After all these years, we know how we want to sound like. We know how to rely on the people. The guys, if they are composing a song, they have my vocals in mind. And whenever I do something, I know how the drum will work, and how Tom and Alex and doing a great job and Magnus guitar wise. So that's the team not working together, but still working together. That's the difference to like 20 years ago. But to come back to your question, we then went to Denmark and set everything together in the studio, and was mixed then in Denmark, and Jacob exactly knows what we want. So he doesn't even ask sometimes, and makes proposals, and we go there for what? It sounds already like we were trying to tell you. It's great. He's just a phenomenal technician and mixer, amazing. He's also a great musician.
I see that you must be really popular in South America, as I see many people from Brazil, from Argentina sending greetings. So we say hello to everybody that is on this conversation. And I really have to ask you, I don't have many more things to ask you about the album, because I know that you expect the question about the song Infinity. For those who don't know, Primal Fear have a song called Infinity that is the album, the ending of the album, the last song of the track list of the album, which
Sorry, the
clocks something more than...
I didn't get the question.
Yeah. So I was mentioning about the song Infinity, which clocks something more than 13 minutes, and it ends the album, and it's definitely the most versatile song that Primal Fear has ever written. Is it okay? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I see that we have some minor problems with the connection with Ralf Scheepers. I think that they will be solved in a few seconds. I was about to ask Ralf, Primal Fear have a song called Infinity. It ends the album. So, it's okay? I think that you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Is it okay? Can you hear me, Ralf? Can you hear me? No. Can you hear us? Is it okay? Can you hear us? We send our greetings to Matt. Yeah, send our greetings. Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, something. It's. Yeah. So let me ask you again, because I see that we have some connection problems. We say hello to Matt, who is following our conversation. Matt Sinner from Primal Fear. So we'll connect again with Ralf in a few minutes, as he will solve the problems about that. He will be connected right back right now, as I saw. Yeah, it's okay.
You were just frozen.
You were frozen too. To my eye.
That's what I said about the connection. Yeah.
Yes, like this. And you know.
That's what I said about the connection.
Yeah, yeah. It's like okay.
I'm living in a village, so people are streaming. Everything is breaking down. You know.
Okay.
And frozen again.
I guess you can have it all. You can live in a village and enjoy all the things that you can enjoy living in a city. But I would prefer that. So Ralf is frozen as well. He's frozen again right now, and I think to his eyes I'm frozen too. But these things happens. These things happen in live streams. As far as the connection, he will be again. Ralf will be again. Will join us right now again. So I'll make sure I'll ask him this goddamn question about the song Infinity, which is a very, very nice song. So, okay. you're in a different place right now, yeah. So let me tell you about that song.
This is my
Yeah. Okay. So tell us about the song Infinity. I cannot say if it's the best Primal Fear song or not, but I can definitely say that it's your most versatile song ever.
Yes.
It clocks something more than 13 minutes, and it's very, very unique song, something that you tried and I think you succeeded.
Yes, I mean, again, I said this before when I was frozen. We had this, on our last albums, we already had this kind of long epical tracks, and I think this is already a little bit of a trademark of Primal Fear. And if you have composers like Matt and Magnus who are really doing this great, setting these pieces together. When I listened to the song the first time on the demo, I thought, wow, what a fucking amazing track. Sorry for the word. It's just an amazing track, and Matt also delivered the lyrics for this one, and I totally got into the atmosphere of the song when I sung it. And I think it's just amazing what's going on in terms of alternating feelings and atmosphere in the song. if you drive a car, for instance, and you're driving through a certain landscape, this is an amazing picture what music can really add to this sensation you get from the view already. And when you listen, even if you just close your eyes listening to the track, it's a story, and that's what we always want since a few albums now, because we want to tell stories, right?
Mm-hmm. Which kind of leads me to a question from John saying that playing in a band like Primal Fear, what are the different things that you can do from album to album in order to differentiate yourselves?
I mean, it's easy when you have 5 writing members, because we have so many ideas and we set things together which just come into our minds, as we are having the roots of back in the 80s of being fan of the heavy metal era. It sometimes is floating through our veins in our blood. So whenever we compose songs, it's pretty much like what we love to do. And that's so easy because it's coming natural. We don't have to somehow force, or we don't have to change our attitudes, because that's our attitude. The music we are writing and releasing is our attitude. And that's just great. It's the same like playing live. There's nothing better than going out on stage playing the stuff live. And when you come in the studio, you always have in mind, wow, this song will be a good thing when you do it live, because people are gonna chant it and scream with us, and that's somehow how we think, you know.
Mm-hmm. You always think about the live versions of the songs.
Also, yes,
Yeah.
not always, but also.
But you have to, because you're a touring band, and your music makes people want to scream and sing with you, sing along. It's
Yeah.
That's one of your strongest points, I think, having worked with you for some live shows.
Yes.
So there's another question about you, asking how many hours a day do you work out?
Not so much anymore, and not hours a day, but when it comes to workout, I try to stay in the gym for 2 hours. Sometimes I do 1.5 hours, depending on what area you do. But I try to do the split training, so I'm trying to be there 4 times a week, which doesn't mean I do the same muscles every day. It's just like a split training. Everybody who knows a little bit in terms of fitness knows what's going on. That's not even much. It's just normal. And I try to stay in shape and try to stay fit, because that's also healthy for the heart and for everything, right?
Yeah,
And for the voice.
yeah, it's healthy for everything. And I think that during a tour, when the tours come in the future, when uh, Primal Fear will and the other bands will get to tour again, everyone to stay fit and endure the whole thing.
Yeah.
So another question from a guy has sent me. How do you think your life would have changed if you had been chosen as a singer of Judas Priest?
That's a brand actual. It's a very great question, which I hear the first time in my life. No, I don't want to make jokes about it. Yes, I mean, I don't know, because it didn't happen. So in the end, I was not even invited, which in the end was also a good thing, because now Primal Fear started and we're all happy. I mean, Rob is back in Judas Priest. I'm in Primal Fear. Tim Ripper Owens has a great thing going on. So everybody involved and not involved, because I was not really involved.
Yeah.
But everybody is happy in the end. Do you hear me? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Apart from Primal Fear, which record you have sung do you consider the best?
Oh, I think the Gamma Ray albums. So
Which one of the Gamma Ray?
I think I like the Insanity and Genius in the end most. But also, I mean, Heading for Tomorrow is just groundbreaking in terms of times when we recorded it. It was actually in 1989. Before, it was exactly the same time when the Berlin Wall came down. We were in the studio in Hanover when in Berlin the people were standing on the wall. So that was really it's not only because of the album, but that's also a very historical moment for us. And I think the album was still really epical, and I still love it.
Yeah. And which of your guest appearance did you enjoy most? Thinking back, when this question was asked, I say which guest, and I started remembering Therion, Shallow Gallery, Pingrave 69, Arion, Scanner, so many bands, so many bands.
Arion stuck to my mind because I like Arion as a guy. He's a nice guy, and he was driving down to the studio. We recorded our second album, or even our first album. No, I think it was the second album, Jaws of Death. And he came down from Holland, and we were recording in Studio B. We were recording the song "Flight of the Migrator," it was called.
Yeah.
And it was great. I liked the track, so that was a great experience.
Yeah, did he drive you to his home in Breda, or
no?
He drove there to your place?
He drove there. He drove at my place and got the studio equipment, and he recorded on. I think it was already recorded on hard disk back in the time of 2000?
This album was released in 2000. The album was released in 2000, so it was in 1999.
So it was 1999.
Yeah, it was the 20th anniversary a few days ago.
Yeah.
So another question: which is the most annoying thing that you find in music industry nowadays?
Yeah, the most annoying thing. Yeah, I mean, some attitude of people who are thinking they just can grab and download everything for free. I mean, I know it's always two sides of the story, but it's an old story. If you go to a grocery store and grab your stuff and go and pass the cashier and don't pay, it's robbery. And that's still my opinion about if you don't somehow buy music. And I totally understand. I mean, we also release a lot of stuff now already for free, which is also, of course, a good advertisement for our album, but it's for free, right? And so in the end, it's only fair enough in the end when people are starting to buy music again, because even nowadays, or even more nowadays, with the coronavirus and everything, we can't play live, so we have to survive. And that's the only way how nowadays you can survive as a musician. So, and I think it's annoying when people just think they can have everything for free, because it's a lot of work behind it, and there's a record company putting a lot of money into a band, right? So it's only fair in the end to pay for it.
Which is the one riff that defines heavy metal for you, or it's your favorite one? Let's minimize it.
Wow.
If there is one riff.
Yeah, there's many riffs. So there's many riffs. Whew, that's hard.
Perhaps you can say you can mention 2 or 3 to help you out.
I think it's the because we talk about Primal Fear. It's Chainbreaker. That's Tom's riff, and that's a real metal expression for me.
What do you prefer to do? To eat before and after the show, when you're on tour?
Before the show. Yeah, I don't eat so much before the show, because when the stomach is filled, it's not really good for the diaphragm work when you sing. And when you're stuffed and you sing, it's not good because you feel full.
Yeah.
So I prefer to eat whether maybe 4 hours or 3 hours before the show and then nothing, or after the show. Sometimes it's better, because depending on the time.
Yeah.
Because
most of the times your schedule, because people might not know what happens when you are on tour. I can assure them that you might have no time at all to eat anything before the show. It's just sound check, and then get on stage and play. So
yeah, sometimes you're not treated very well, because it was some promoters are just treating us like animals. but there's also a good examples for promoters who are treating as well. So it's always two sides.
Yeah.
Sometimes South America, for instance, you don't even have sleep because you have a late show, then you have a showering room, and then you just go to the next airport, and that's for 2 weeks. So there's almost no sleep.
Yeah. I think that people that attend this conversation might not be aware of what's like being on tour, and that's why I mentioned the workout before, because you have to work out in order to endure all these things, because you cannot be on 3 weeks playing live day after day and having no time to sleep or eat properly. And you have to be prepared for that. And
you have to be prepared,
mentally.
I don't think it's a thing. I don't think it's a thing of working out. It's got nothing to do with each other. When you're on stage, it's totally different in terms of working out. If you're doing endurance, for instance, if you're running a lot, that's good for stage, but it's got nothing to do with my kind of workout. So it's good. I like it, and I have the power from workout, but I can see from the other people on stage that who don't work out, it's also working for them. So in the end, it's a matter of how strong you are as a person.
Would you do a project playing an entirely different kind of music from the one that you play now?
Can you repeat that question?
Can you, would you do a project playing an entirely different kind of music from the one that you play now?
Depending on the music and depending on my time. If I like the music, I'm open for everything. I just uploaded a cover yesterday of a song which is totally different to Primal Fear, and I was hearing it 2 days ago, and I thought, wow, I want to do that. So, and sometimes I do that for fun. I just switch in the studio and sing stuff for fun, which I like. But it really has to fit time-wise and also music-wise.
Which is the song that you covered now?
Now it's called I See Red. The music is from Robbie Neville, and it's from a movie. The movie is not interesting. It's just almost porn.
Yeah. Okay. I think that if we don't like the song, then we'll see the movie.
Frozen. This can't be me. Back. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm back. Okay. So they cut us. We talked about porn, and they stopped the connection.
They heard it.
PMRC is back. A last one on my papers, and I will release you and leave you 20 minutes of freedom before the next interviews. So, which is the musician you would kill to share the stage with or work in the studio together?
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Which is the musician? Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay. So, which is the musician you would kill to share the stage with or work in the studio together? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Fileraki, you're back.
I'm back, Fileraki. Yeah, mein Freund. So we'll speak. You will speak in Greek. For the Greek friends, you should know that the first time we did an interview together with Ralf, it was about 20 for your debut album. Let's not mention the years. I spoke to him, and he answered in Greek and said, "Well, what's that? What's that?" So I know that you have Greek friends, and you know some Greek words apart from the obvious Greek words that everybody in the world knows. So I was really surprised I was asking questions in English, and Ralf was answering in Greek. So it was fun. So Filaraki, so mein Freund, which is a musician you would kill to share the stage with or work in the studio together?
It's always breaking with the question.
Yeah, I'm back.
It's funny. Every time you're asking the question, You were gone.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess that no one.
Every time you're asking the question, you're gone.
So I guess that no one wants to answer. No one wants you to answer this question. So I'm back. You're back. I think. Okay. You tease the buttons. So the last questions to
Yes.
which is the musician you would kill to share the stage with or work in the studio together?
If I would kill him, I couldn't work together.
Not
with
kill him.
anymore,
Kill
but,
everybody. Kill everybody except him. You and he would be the Highlanders.
I understand the question.
There can be only two.
It's not easy because I've been doing a lot already, and I've met so many people. But I'm happy to work with a guy now, which I can't mention, and we will see what's the outcome. We'll do 2 songs together, and we will see what happens. That's also a dream come true because it's one of my idols of the youth. But there's so many out there, for instance, that great guitarists, and also if I would love to do a duet, of course, if it's Rob Halford, whenever it's the chance, let's do it. But you know, I know he's very busy. I'm always very busy, but never say never. Maybe someday.
So it is about a new project, or you work with a musician for his own thing? Do you work with him?
I didn't understand you. I did not understand you.
Do you work with another musician on his own thing? Is it for a project that you told me that you work with another musician that you can mention? Is it for a project of yours or another project of another artist?
It's his album.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll wait and see. So Ralf, thank you very much for this.
Thanks, thanks for having me.
Hope you enjoyed.
So maybe the connection was not stable, but I'm standing here right at my router. It's maybe not my fault.
Yeah,
I know sometimes these things have some trouble.
No problem at all. I enjoyed the conversation and wish you the best with the new album. Give the best regards to the rest of the guys in Primal Fear, and hope to see you again when this whole coronavirus thing ends. And I'll be happy to promote another show of Primal Fear in Greece. Thank you very much.
Kerstopoli, Kalinihta, Kalovradi, Imesto Spiti, Gala.
Thanks.
You take care.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thanks everybody for attending this conversation. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks for your questions.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.